stand for the pledge if you're able.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, call order roll call, starting with me, Mayor Jimmy John King.
Councilperson Craig Anderson.
Councilperson Jeremiah Algen.
Approval of tonight's agenda. Any additions from there?
Should be good for all of us.
I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval of council meeting minutes. First, we'll do the truth and taxation meeting minutes of December 24th, 2023. Questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'm looking for a motion.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry. Now for the regular meeting minutes of November 28th.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry. Takes us on to finance and budget. We've got the accounts payable, the additional accounts payable number 2, and the accounts payable number 3. If there's any questions, we'll direct them to the finance director. Carl?
Just a quick question. I don't really question anything. I'm just curious. How do they break down that we have this one last payment that came in on the third one, like to Elcor? Like, how do they break that apart? Or were we waiting on something to pay like an extra 50 grand or?
Yeah, we were waiting on those final quantities from them.
On what?
We were waiting on the final quantities for sod. We hadn't paid them for the sod yet.
Oh, okay.
And then also just checked some of the numbers against each other and got things,
You're comfortable with it?
yep.
All right.
So Jenna has to sign off on that, and they sign off on it before it comes to me.
Well, that's good to know. I assumed that was the case, but I didn't. First time I've seen it like go down like that. Thanks for staying on top of it.
Yep.
Any other questions or discussion? There's none. I'm looking for a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? That'll carry. Takes us right into motions and general business. First item under motions and general business tonight will be a variance. And I just froze up. Let me go back here and see this, if I can get it. There, I got it cooking, I think. I got it now. Love technology. Variance at 646 Second Avenue Southwest. Brandon and Janessa Clocky have applied for a variance of 10 foot 9 inches, is that what you're looking for? From the maximum height requirement of 15 feet for accessory structure per section 1350.05 sub A. They're planning to build a 30 by 40 square foot garage with a height of 25.9. Their home is 27 feet in height, which will continue to be taller than the proposed garage. The garage will have 8-foot doors with 9'5" sidewalls. At the November Planning Commission meeting, the recommendation to change the height maximum from 15 to 20 was approved, with the thought that a 5-foot variance would be allowed, bringing the total height maximum to 25 where appropriate. Planning Commission held a public hearing on December 5th and are recommending approval of the variance. Anything to add to that, Craig?
No, I'm just curious if we knew. I don't know if anybody would know if we knew about that before we talked about it. It made sense that we were bringing up the different heights.
Well, when we were talking about, we didn't know about this one.
Oh,
Or
yeah, okay,
I
that's what I was
didn't.
curious about.
And we did talk about the not taller than the surrounding buildings too. But we didn't land on that.
Well, we didn't, and I thought the main thing was we were, excuse me, more focused on it still being shorter than the actual dwelling itself. Because even if it happens to be higher than a neighboring dwelling and it's less than the main one on that property, I don't think it's gonna be an eyesore.
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. Jeremiah, you got any questions?
No, I don't think so.
All right, the council, or the commission approved it, and the council were looking to approve the variance as requested.
Yeah, I'll move to approve it.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Did you wanna say anything, Brandon? Now it's all over with? Alright. Now you can stay and listen to all the rest of this, or you can leave if you'd like.
I'm gonna listen.
We don't require you to
Are
stay.
you doing it at an angle now though? Like your garage right now is lined up right at the house and now you're gonna shoot it off?
Yes.
For what?
My wife and I don't agree, but that's.
Someone tell him these are recorded.
This is on TV.
My wife wants it like 10 feet off the property line square, but then I have to cut down a tree that we just planted that's getting to a nice mature, nice height. And then I'd have to come into my driveway and zigzag around. I said trailers and stuff, doesn't make sense. I want it where the old garage is, but she doesn't want it that close to the house because of whatever, I don't know, she doesn't even really bring up a good reason. So we decided if we go at an angle,
Compromise.
we can drive in a normal driveway close to the house like she wants to be able to do and not zigzag around. And then also I can always park a trailer or something maybe beside it and still leave plenty of room away from my neighbor's property and not intrude on his and stuff.
Well, good luck to you with this.
You could incorporate the tree into the garage, huh? Janessa didn't offer that.
She said to cut down the tree and I said, I don't cut down a tree that's nice.
Thank you. That'll take
We'll
us
be
on,
married on that one.
that'll take us on to our next one, which is another variance request. Give me yours. Oh, it's acting up. It'll be a variance at the Dairy Queen. Ryan and Ashley Moser are planning to increase the size of the restaurant in order to accommodate indoor seating all year round, which includes indoor bathrooms and improving the parking lot and drive-through exit area. As you can see on the site plan, the sanitary sewer runs through the parking lot and creates an obstacle, but they have worked around the easement. So variance number one, a reduction of the front yard parking setback from 7 feet to 3 feet from the property line per section 1775.12 parking requirements. Variance number two, you're gonna want two motions on this, correct?
Yes, yes.
Variance number two to
No, it says one motion, that's all we need.
Okay. Variance two will be to perpetuate the existing 5-foot variance from the front yard setback requirement given at the time of the original building from 45 feet to 40 feet per section 1350.05 setback requirements. Planning Commission held a public hearing on December 5th, recommend approval of the two variances. You got anything on that, Craig?
How do they work around having the water right through the very middle of the property? Like, I don't,
The sanitary?
just, yeah, that they had to deal with.
The sanitary, yeah.
My guess is the sanitary was there first.
And they were doing something, I think we talked about this the other day too, they had to do something, reinforce a power pole or something out front because they had to move.
Just support it
They
because
were
they're doing
moving
gas.
gas lines.
It's quite a novel idea to improve a parking lot, that's great to hear in town.
Yeah, the flow of traffic's gonna be way better down there, so.
I'm all for anything that keeps it open year round, man.
Alright.
With that, I'll make a motion to approve it too.
We have a motion to approve, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Do you have anything, questions or discussion, Jermaine?
No.
Alright, we have a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that also carries. 2024 budget, final budget levy.
It's a lot of money.
Resolution approving the 2023 tax levy collectible in '24 and approving the 2024 budget. Approval of the 2024 budget after discussion is held. The 2024 final proposed budget is $11,478,204.69. And number two, the truth of taxation presentation was held on December 4th to receive public comments, concerns, or additional input. In September, the council certified a preliminary levy of $4,700,001, plus the pool referendum levy of $139,334, and the fire hall referendum levy of $115,216. The council may certify this amount or a lower amount as a final levy. The attached resolution shows the revised levy amount as presented in truth of taxation, $4,441,100. The certified final levy needs to be adopted and sent to the county auditor on or before December 30th. Council action requested tonight would be to approve or deny the 2024 final budget. You need two motions here, correct?
Yes.
And motion 2 will be to adopt resolution 2023 a resolution approving 2023 tax levy collectible in 2024. Questions or discussion on motion 1, approving the budget for 24, the final budget? There is none. Does somebody want to make a motion?
I'll move to approve the 2024 final budget.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Yeah, a second.
We got a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That part carries. Now on motion number 2, adopt resolution 2023 a resolution approving 2023 tax levy collectible in 24.
I'll move to approve that.
We have a
Make a
motion-
motion for approval, sorry.
Motion to approve, and we,
I'll second it.
well, you guys are making a lot of motions and seconds.
We got
There's so many choices.
3/5 out goofing around somewhere.
Did you have something you want to say, Bill?
Just that no additional comments came in from the public on either item. So
All right. Anyone else up here have anything to say?
I just look at it, as long as we approve the budget, we might as well collect the money, right?
Yep. So we have a motion and a second to the second resolution, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll carry. I believe that takes us on to budget, committee fund reserves. Or did I miss something?
No, you're good.
Resolution 1 and 2, so we have 2 votes here, again, you want, or is it all one?
2.
The 2021 Governmental Accounting Standards Board adopted GASB number 54, which deals on how fund reserves are classified in governmental financial statements and reports. It is similar to the old designated reserve terminology that has been used in the past. 2 resolutions attached are required as a condition of the GASB number 54. Number 1, the first resolution committing general fund balances is the new method of transferring funds in and out of designated reserves that councils have set up for specific projects or purposes. Number 2 will be committing to special revenue funds is to document what funds the city has approved either by legal requirements or council approval to be treated as a special fund. So the action request will be to either approve or deny on number 1, the resolution committing general fund balances for specific purposes and projects. Questions, discussion? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Do you wanna get in on the act?
No. You guys are handling this really
I'll
good.
move to approve.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Alright. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Number 2 is to approve or deny the resolution committing specific revenue sources in the special revenue fund. Questions or discussion on that one? How about a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
We got a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? That one carries.
It's a lot of funds. Do they all stay the same now then, or are we able to, like, all the funds we already have, we're basically making the motion just to make sure I'm clear when I voted on that. Since I already voted on, I mean, it's the same, we're not gonna add any to these, or?
These are not necessarily final numbers for the end of the year. This is where they are at right now. There may be small ins and outs with these numbers. And I won't actually do those journals and funds until probably middle to the end of January, so that we don't have to go back and make any corrections on it in case there's anything coming in. Yeah,
Fair enough.
but there's usually not much.
Sounds good, thank you.
Alright. Takes us on to 2023 year-end financial requests.
Let's,
The council had previously,
did we miss one there?
Yeah.
I think, where did we put it in mine now, I can't update it.
We did GASB. We did budget, we did GASB, now we should be, isn't that the next one?
Yep.
Year-end financial requests.
Oh, alright. Mine doesn't.
Council had previously approved the cash flow needs for the water and sewer 2023 projects. Recognized that retained earning balance would be utilized.
Oh, alright.
Formal approval of the use of the enterprise designations and retained earnings should be considered. Now, you see in front of you, beginning balance, ending balance, budget and spent for the water tower and all the other stuff. So the council action requested is to approve or deny the use of the enterprise designated retained earnings. Questions or discussion? Ryan, you're thinking.
I'm thinking, yes, on this table that's showing here, it's got the beginning balance, then 2023 budget. Since those are all black, that means we were expecting it to go plus.
So the beginning balance plus the budget minus the spend is ending balance, but
Okay.
the sewer CIP is not in there correctly, so you just would take.
Fair enough,
That's,
glad you
yeah,
said that.
All of a sudden,
that's what I was
I was
looking
gonna
at,
say,
yeah.
wait a minute,
Yeah.
alright,
so that's where, but yeah, that will be corrected.
I'll move to approve.
She did this just to see if you guys really look.
Well, I sat there and I'm looking twice, and I'm like, alright, well, if you forgot to subtract the spending, it adds up.
All right, we got a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. That takes us to the Smith Schaefer Auditor's Engagement Letter for 2023 audit. Attached, you'll find a proposal from Smith Schaefer to conduct the 2023 year-end financial audit, prepare the financial statement under all legal compliances. The proposal is for $37,500, including expenses. The fee increased $1,550 from last year. Included in the proposal is the work needed for the application and necessary documentation for the GFOA Certificate of Achievement. Council had previously taken action directing staff to obtain the certificate. This certificate is a national recognition of the city's financial and economic status, which will be used to determine bond ratings, an economic development tool, and a measurement of the council and staff's financial management of public assets. So the council action is to approve or deny Smith Schaefer and Associated proposals to conduct the 2023 year audit for financial statements, GFOA Certificate of Achievement application. Is that about what I went up last year too, Carly?
Yep, it's about the same percentage that I went up last year.
Any questions or discussion? If not, we'll look for a motion.
Move to approve.
We have a
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. That takes us to the Public Works. Bobcat track loader.
It's been a couple hours since he bought anything, so we might as well approve something else, right?
It has been a little bit since we've heard. Capital equipment Bobcat compact track loader for storm water maintenance. As per the proposed 2024 budget, staff is recommending purchasing a T66 T4 Bobcat compact track loader. This purchase is planned for in the storm fund due to the main usage is that area. The quote is the Sourcewell State Contracting Pricing number 040319-CEC, $63,032.70. Council action requested would be to approve or deny the purchase of the Bobcat compact track loader.
Comfort package on a Bobcat.
Huh?
I just think that sounds, the wording is funny.
Oh.
Comfort package on a Bobcat.
Are
you gonna be able to put this to good
air
use?
conditioning and everything, huh?
Huh?
You got air and everything?
All of them, Bobcats do.
You gonna be able to put it to good use?
Well, this is adding to, this isn't replacing one. Bobcats we have two of them, and they're the most used piece of equipment, they're fighting. And as much landscaping as we're ending up doing now with these ponds and stuff like that, to get a larger track unit is something the guys have focused on as a group, decided that that's one of the pieces that we wanted to add. So we're bringing that now because of the need.
How large is this one?
Is it 80 somewhere?
Oh, okay.
The one we have currently is the 750. They go up to the 800 series.
All right, council action request would be to approve or deny the purchase of the Bobcat compact track loader. Do we have a motion?
I'll move to approve it.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Do we have any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, that also carries. All right, now we're on to the 2023 CIP SEH satisfaction and release. After review by city staff, it was discovered during the project construction work for the 2023 CIP North project that an error of an individual's retaining wall and adjacent sidewalk placement located at 201 Fifth Avenue Southeast had been surveyed, designed, and partially constructed at the wrong coordinates and had to be rebuilt. Since this had been an oversight on the review work of the city's engineering firm, the city sought relief from any and all repair work costs of the wall associated sidewalk area, which SCH has agreed to cure at their own cost with the work now being completed. The normal construction warranty that the city holds on the entire project will still be intact for these two items as well. The attached waiver and release is satisfaction for the city and SEH of any future claims regarding the design of these two items. Staff is recommending approval of the waiver and design. Council action requested is to authorize City Administrator Schimmel to execute the full and final waiver and release of claims as requested by SEH. Questions or discussions?
So when you say it was constructed in or at the wrong coordinates, it just was in slightly the wrong spot or at the wrong address or?
I was at the right address, the survey equipment was not put up correctly, and the entire thing was put in at askew, where one portion of it was actually 3 feet off.
Okay.
So we did have to get the contractor to tear it down and rebuild it appropriately, which is on our dime. But with our contracts, we need to go through you guys.
So Jenna, the 30,000 is materials and labor, it's not just material or not just labor, I mean, you're covering the full and complete cost of this
Covering the
rebuild.
full and complete rebuild process.
Any questions or
I'm totally
discussion?
fine with that, I'll move to approve it.
Do we have a motion to approve, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so carried. Maintenance agreement, Olmsted County. Attached, you'll find the annual maintenance agreement is submitted by Olmsted County. This agreement covers County Road 106 from Highway 63 intersection to south of LaPointe Drive southeast, which is 0.84 of a mile, and County Road 35 from County Road 8 east to the I-90 bridge, which is 0.42 of a mile. The city is reimbursed by Olmsted County in the amount of $6,625.24, which is up from last year's amount of $6,527.32. Public Works Director Ailes recommended approval of the contract. Do we do anything out here on 120? Has the city got any involvement in 120 for maintenance or plowing or anything?
No,
County covers all that.
they take care of it.
Approve the agreement, council action is requested is to approve the agreement as submitted by Olmsted County. Any other questions or discussion? Looking for a motion then?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve in a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. Takes us to the final item on here, approval of applicants for the warming house. In preparation for the hockey skating season, we're recommending the following to staff the warming house at Florence and Meadow Parks. Contractual services employees, Jacob Chop, hiring back from previous years, Kent Larson, Steve Diddle, Drew Jelnick, and Bo Becher. We started flooding anything yet?
No. And the bad part is, they just have the news, I saw today that Rochester was, but
Yeah, but they're not getting theirs to stay either.
no.
All right, council action requested is to approve the above applicants. Any questions?
I'll move to approve.
Motion to approve, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I would like to add to that they are showing extended forecasts, like Christmas is supposed to be 40 degrees.
Yep, perfect.
So there's a good chance that we won't be doing anything before the Christmas break which is our goal.
Exactly. It's what should be like that every year.
So,
Put the rollerblades on, use the blacktop part of it, yet play hockey. All right, we had a motion and a second.
We voted on it, didn't we?
Did we vote on it? Did we approve it? Yeah, all right. I just wanted, it's the last thing, the last of the year, I thought I'd do it again.
Oh, Lord.
Motion, staff, or mayor, staff, and consultant
Can
report.
we do one other thing real quick, is, we will have one more check run, but there's not another council meeting. Can I get your guys' approval to be able to run and do that last check run of the year?
No. What do you think? Them guys can wait till the first meeting, can't they?
If she wants to get it done by the end of the year, she can get it done by the end of the year.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve that request.
Well, we got the motion, do we got a second?
I'll second it.
If there's a major, we'll bring
Yeah,
it, we'll bring it to you.
if there's something out of the ordinary, but yeah, most of it should be just.
We got a motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That also carries. Anything else from the table?
No.
That'll take us to the mayor's report. Tonight, the city would like to send their sympathy out to the families of Mick Johnson, Karen Hull, Ron Piedmont, Glenda Toyota, and Patricia Pressure. Don't forget to save the date, support the Center for Active Adults, let them do all the baking for their Christmas, and buy your Christmas cutout cookies from them. Bill, you got yours bought yet?
Got the order in,
Good, good.
yeah.
You can check the star out for the holiday open house at your favorite participating businesses. There was a couple at the banks last week that they were good deals. City Hall Christmas open house will be held on Wednesday, December 20th, from 9:30 to 11:30. And I guess my message for this year is, it seems like this time of the year we're more concerned with money and property and possessions such as that, when the real gift you should be giving out should be your time, which is invaluable. You can put no price on it. Give your family and your friends your time. Give someone on the street your friendship. And let's not try and ever forget the real reason for this, why we have this opportunity, is because baby Jesus was sent down to us, died for us, and that's the reason we're all here to begin with. So I want you all to know we have a very fine, dedicated staff in this community. We thank them this Christmas for their hard work and extra dedication they put in to help this community thrive. Not only survive, but we thrive because of them, but also because of each and every citizen we have that does their part for us, not only during the holidays, but year round. So that's my message for tonight. I hope you all have a very, very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Any of you two got anything you want to add?
Are you including the people that complain about the sidewalks too?
I'm including them all. They all,
I wish
they all
Merry
get to have a
Christmas.
Merry
I wish Merry
Christmas.
Christmas to them all too. And I will say that our staff is tremendous. Every one of you guys totally kill it. And we had a great year this year, I think, and tons of growth. And I would not want to be on this council if it wasn't for how hard you guys work, and I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you.
Jeremiah, you got anything? Not even a ho, ho, ho or something?
Oh, I'll say ho, ho, ho.
All right. All right, let's move on to, city administrator's report.
Reports in your packet, one item just to highlight, that Senate bonding committee, to thank SEH and their staff. They came together with our staff to help do the presentation and put together that nice brochure that we'll use throughout, I'll just say, this application process. But it was a nice summary of what they needed up there, and then it's available for us to use as we continue to work on that project.
Does that tour go well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we felt they were all listening to us, because they all looked at us, and we...
Even I, baby.
And
More than I got done in the
then,
whole
we
year.
actually, they were willing to go on the street itself for the section of roadway, so we actually took them out there.
Great.
And they did, the whole time that they were here, which wasn't a very long amount of time, but we were happy to have them here, they seemed to be they asked a lot of questions for what little time they were here, and they seemed to be paying attention. Which, I appreciate that they even stopped.
Yeah, so thank Carla Nelson, she's on that committee, and so hopefully she and then Representative Kwan has been supportive as well. So hopefully between the two of them, they'll kind of keep nurturing this along, and we'll see what we see.
Tied to marijuana somehow, I'm sure it'll get approved tomorrow.
Yeah, these are things we can use, yeah, all of us, not just the city, township, the region, the county, the area. And then Craig pointed it out, what a great year we've had, wow, in all the different categories of residential, commercial, industrial growth. And so it says a lot about all of you and how you help us run the city. And we thank all our citizens for that cooperation. And we're appreciative for all you do with us throughout the year. And so on behalf of the staff, wishing all of you a Merry Christmas and all of our residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for your hard work this year. Well, I guess you worked hard last year.
As opposed to,
We'll work hard again next year too.
I will, yeah.
That'll take us to Finance Director, Carla.
We have the preliminary audit set up for December 21st, so that'll be the first time that we are meeting with Smith Schaefer for that, so thank you for approving that contract with them. And thank you for getting all those end of year moves and 2024 budget approved. We're just gonna continue on getting everything wrapped up for this year and everything rolling for next year.
All right, great. Public Works Director, Sean.
Report in there, I would like to note that we have started switching over our tractor to the snowplow now. So leaf program is done. We did put a Facebook post out today. They got over everything the beginning of this week. I believe this is the latest we have gone into the winter here, being able to suck leaves. And then also, we're still doing dirt work. We're getting dirt work done out at the amphitheater today and stuff like that, which is nice to be getting some of that stuff done late in the season. Other than that, typical stuff.
The water line leak, huh?
Yeah. We normally will not do stuff like that, but it was too coincidental that it was at the time when we ran and did some work with a meter, so we did it.
Well, I received several phone calls this week about the decorations. People love them. They think City Hall is fantastic. They like the looks of the decorations we're putting up around town. Congratulations to Public Works on getting that done.
You wanna thank Laurel, she's the one that designed it, we just do what she tells us to do.
But thankfully,
They are really good.
because I have got probably more calls this year than I have all the other years put together. They're all in agreement. It looks wonderful.
I will add, they did just get Friday is the first, when they ran that three-phase through down here, we didn't have power to the Tombstone area, no, I shouldn't say Tombstone, the Stewartville site. That's the nickname for the Public Works, called Tombstone. And they just got that up and going Friday. The decorations have been up the entire time, but they just got that power put back in there. So that got lit up for the weekend.
And I think it helps with the nice weather. People are getting out and about more.
Absolutely.
Because I had a couple, they were older people, so we usually don't get out at night, but they were able to come by and see it. They really did like it.
What age is older?
Older than me.
Okay, fair enough.
Even Senator Nelson wanted everyone to see how awesome City Hall looked.
Yep.
It did, it looks really good.
So
Well,
thank everybody that was involved.
We'll keep going. We're slowly gonna add to it as the years go by, and I know Legion just came in the other day saying they're gonna make a donation to help us continue, so.
We were talking, I forgot about telling you, yeah. All right, thank you, Sean, and thank the crew again. City engineers report, Jenna?
Just a reminder that Monday night, we will be having our open house for the 2024 CIP project.
And that's at Civic or Fire Hall?
Fireball.
Fire Hall? All right.
So please join if you're able to.
What time does it start, Jenna? 5:30?
5 to 7.
To 7 with a
6 o'clock
6 o'clock
presentation.
presentation.
Okay, 5 to 7.
It's too long. I just have this whole evening blocked off on my calendar, so.
All right, any other thing you need to report to us before we get out of here this year?
Nothing else there, but I do wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because it will be the new year before I see you, and thank you for allowing us to be your engineer and serving here. I really enjoy being a part of this team, so.
Well, thank you, we enjoy having you here. Anything for the engineer?
I think you deserved a month in the calendar, in the SEH calendar.
My picture was.
You got gypped by having one on the back.
I think so too, but we'll try again.
All right, thank you, Jenna. Library Director Nate, I know you've got a report for us.
I do. Above and beyond what's in that report, we do have 2 programs planned officially for the week in between Christmas and New Year's. On Thursday, December 28th, we're gonna have Lego Club from 2 to 5 p.m. And then on Friday, December 29th, we are gonna be, for all our little Swifties, we're gonna have a friendship bracelet making program from 1 until 3. This was the biggest gingerbread number, in terms of total number of houses, this is the biggest one we've ever done. It was a lot harder to acquire them this year, but we did 273 houses we built. They're not all, just before I came to this meeting, I framed the last 21. And then after we leave, I'm gonna go roof them, and then that'll be it. So, it's amazing the response we get, and I never thought I'd be the gingerbread guy. And I do want to thank the council for going along with all the wacky stuff the library's doing, and at worst giving me a bemused look from time to time. It's really been a pleasure to serve this community.
That's what makes it fun.
Well, you have flummoxed us a couple times, I can tell you that.
Well, remember, I used to be the guy before you were even hired, where I was like, you got internet, you don't need a library. And dealing with the Rochester Library through my work is not always the most fantastic storyline, so I think, yeah, some of it, you catch me totally off guard, and clearly it's fun to see the mayor smile when he sees his favorite dinosaur and things like that. I think it's cool, man, you've done a lot of cool stuff with it.
Nate, how do you think your grant presentation with all Bremer went?
I thought it was really, really positive. There's a part of it I'd like to talk to you about after this, but it was, it was really, really well received. And this is the 3rd community I've done an Otto Bremer grant with. And honestly, the first 2 that I ever did, they were like, this one, it was just real positive. So I feel great about it. We should hear back in mid-January.
Okay, Bill, were you involved in that? The presentation part or anything?
Not that part of it.
Is it the same fellow we worked with on the
Fire station or
Good, I'm glad you feel good about it. All right, any other questions for Nate? I was just there, Nate, maybe you don't know, but I was just there last night.
I heard, yeah.
No, I was there, I was using books.
The yearbooks.
Yeah.
My spies are everywhere.
Yeah. I was there. Next, I'll be getting a library card and everything.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Any other thing for Nate? All right, Nate, you and the staff have a good new year. Fire chief, What do you got for us, Brandon?
So we rounded out our year in November, 11 fire calls, 48 EMS calls for a total of 59. We go from December through November, is where we run our yearly calls through, so we came to a grand total of 671 calls for service for the year. So up quite a bit, and I don't see that probably changing in the future. Last night at our regular business meeting, we had our executive board elections. All the positions that were applied for went unopposed. I'll be serving another 2 years as chief. EMS director on a 1-year term, Justin Lonian. 1-year term for treasurers, Nate Petrick. 1-year term for secretary, Josh Murphy. And a 2-year at-large seat for Brian Wood. We're working on, executive board is also working on the onboarding process for our 4 new members to start in January. We have paperwork and programs all fired up, ready for them. And our turnout gear was ordered for 4 more of our members with the help of the Compeer Financial Grant. So that order went in this month too, so. I guess I'd be doing an injustice if I didn't follow suit and thank the city for all the help throughout the year and wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And I've really enjoyed learning my new role with the fire department.
How's that been going for you, do you think, so far? As expected, better, worse?
As expected. I guess that would imply that I knew what to expect completely,
Right.
which it was a whirlwind of a year.
We followed good, there was big shoes to fill there, and I think he did a
He's a hard act to
lot of
follow.
stuff behind the scenes, man.
He's a hard act to follow, but everything's established in such a way that, you know, it made it easy to take over, because everything and everybody contributes and everything runs smooth, so it allowed me the time to be able to really get a grasp of everything that is my responsibility now, and then I can just keep improving on that as time goes, and I've set some goals for myself for the next year in the department, and we'll start working on those, and I'll take the first year as a learning experience and just improve from there, so.
Good.
You guys definitely have the best show in the county for sure, as far as
Yeah.
any of the volunteer, I mean, I've said it for 25 years, that when you're listening to an emergency radio and you hear any call go out for an accident or whatever, EMS run, whatever, and it's any of the others, they're all good, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the work everybody does, but you can tell when Stewartville's talking on the radio compared to any of the others. It's totally different, and I mean that professionally, it's really good. So you guys definitely run a good show.
I appreciate that. We get that type of feedback pretty regular, and we don't take it for granted. We work hard, we train hard, and you know, we strive to be that level of professionalism and be in that respect. So thank you for that.
All right. One last thing before we go out of this, I'd like to remind everyone, I hope to see you tomorrow night at the celebration for the staff. And
5:30, right?
Yep, that's when it
So
starts.
excited.
All right. Well, Brandon, you have a Merry Christmas too. All right, takes us into board, committee, commission reports, Chamber of Commerce. Nothing in the packet, EDHRA, there'll be nothing until next year. Finance, Carla's gonna get started on the audit. Library, Nate's making gingerbread. Any other report?
Nope, I think we're done for the year.
Park board. I guess everybody's having a good time in the park. Sounds like this pickleball is really going crazy all over town right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still using the courts out there or not, are they, do you know?
Just got asked today, we're leaving the nets up, I said, what's it hurt? So they're still up, supposed to be in the 40s, and when it's calm, people go play.
It seems like anymore, the only 2 things you gotta worry about is taxes and pickleball. That's from other communities I've talked to too. But did you have something, Bill?
Just on the next item.
Personnel?
Yeah, it looks like we will have a meeting. Looks like we'll need to review 3 different proposals for potential positions, whether they be replacements or new. So we'll get a note out to you and Josh, and then any of the other council too, so it'll be posted as such. So
Okay.
we'll be posted on that.
All right, finance zoning?
I was not at the meeting, but we just voted on the 2 items that they approved last week, so.
All right, there's minutes in the packet if you want. Public safety,
Uh,
must have got called out on a call.
Yeah, he did. He just got
there's a hard-working kid.
He's fantastic. In fact, I talked to a couple of his supervisors the other day and even to a couple of retired guys about how happy I think everybody's been with the change. You know, just him coming in and he's hitting it with boots running, man. Like, I've only asked him a couple things and I've sent him a couple via our computer system in our squad cars. Just, there was an officer safety situation. And I wanted him to have a heads up on it because this guy had been bumming around town here. And thankfully we did, because he ended up running the guy down, and when he finally caught the guy had a gun hidden inside of the shotgun. I mean, he's been on top of it, so.
No, I'm almost starting to feel comfortable that we're getting our money's worth. We're finally getting our
Careful.
money's worth.
It's not like you.
Public Works. Nothing right now, ready?
No report?
Roll call.
No report from meetings.
Transit Advisory Committee, we got anything for the end of the year?
Meeting next week, and so I'll give you a report next year.
Good.
Merry Christmas to council, appreciate all you do, and really appreciate your support with, the bus service and the transportation. Thank you very much.
Well, we appreciate you stepping up and doing this advisory committee. Communications, nothing in the packet tonight. Anyone wanna use the open mic? Brandon, you wanna get up and tell us what a great show we run or anything? You're good. What do you mean you're good?
He's the first guy all year that actually stuck around when his item for business was taken care of.
I didn't like go to my other meetings.
He's, after his remarks about him and his wife arguing.
This might be your last meeting.
No, she's got more plans probably that I don't know.
No one wants the open mic, so I'm going to give the final motion.
I will make a motion to adjourn so that the roofs on those little houses can get done at a decent hour.
And I think you had the honor of having adjourned since you've been here.
Nothing makes me happier.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?